What's up, guys? It's Toby Rosario, and in today's video, I wanted to break down how to build business credit without using your social security number. So there's several ways there's two ways to build your business credit, and that's one with PG. All that means is a personal guarantor, and one without your social security number, right? And I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do, right? So before I get started, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way you get notified whenever I post a new video. Also, give this video a like. Give this video a like. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the first thing, obviously, what you want to do is you want to get a business entity. You want to get a LLI. I recommend getting an LLC. You don't want to work under a sole proprietor, because that's essentially you. So how LLC works is it stands for limited liability company, and what that does is, for example, let's say you own a rental property or some sort of business, and on that rental property someone falls and slips, they can sue you, but they can only go after what's under that company, under that LLC, as opposed to if you have a sole proprietor, that's essentially you, right? It's still considered a business entity, but it doesn't have the same protection as an LLC. So you want to get an LLC. Second thing you want to do is get an EIN. What does that stand for? EIN stands for Employer Identification Number, right? It's essentially your social security number for your business. It's actually free. Back to the LLC, you can actually get that free for yourself as well, through your local county, your local county, municipality, in your state. You can get that free. Me personally, I like speed and convenience. I get it through LegalZoom. They do everything for you. They also get the EIN. They do everything for you. They get all the paperwork so you're in compliance and all that. And then the EIN, they get that as well, but the EIN you can get for free as well. You have to pay for your LLC if you do it on your own. It's just not as much as if you pay for a service that does it for you, right? Second thing, now this is not in any particular order. The next thing you want to do is get a physical address, not a PO box and not your home address. Regis is what most people use. Regis is essentially a virtual mailbox. What you're going to need that for is when you put that on your business banks like to see people who own physical locations, right? They don't like to see people who own. It looks a lot better on your application when you have like a quote unquote actual physical office. Physical business, rather than a PO box or your home address, right? Regis is a good service. I personally use that. It's essentially a virtual address, and it comes across that you own this particular physical location. Then second thing you want to do is, not second, this is not in any particular order. You want to open up a checking account for your company in your LLC, preferably. You want to open your business checking account with your local bank or whatever bank you use, Chase, American Express, Bank of America, those kind of banks, right? Then you also want to have a business email. You don't want to have like tobyrosario@gmail.com. You want to have whatever your business entity at, like sales or support at whatever your business entity is .com, right? You want to have a legit business email, right? Then you also want to have a website for your business, right? All these things help with your application when you're applying for business credit, right? Because it makes you look like a legit business. You have a physical address, you have a business checking account, you have a business email, you have a business website, you have a 800 number. So you, again, 800 number. So you want to, the website, you can get a GoDaddy. Business email, you can get, you can do one to G Suite. Business checking account, you can go whatever, bank you prefer. And then also PO box, the address, virtual address, you can get a Regis. And then 800 number, there's a ton of them. You can just Google them. And then what you want to do is you want to apply for your DUNS number. And then DUNS number is free, and it's by the business reporting agency Dun & Bradstreet. You want to get a DUNS number, that's actually free. They're going to try to upsell you on this whole package. You don't need to take that. All you need is your DUNS number. That's free. You want to list yourself, your business, at listyourself.net. You want to have some sort of online presence, and then you want to start applying for vendor accounts. net, what we call net 30 accounts. And what essentially that means is just you have to pay that invoice within 30 days, right? So net 30. And to get a paydex score, essentially a paydex score is just like kind of like what the business world uses for your business credit score, right? It ranges. The highest score you can get is 100. Anything below 80 is bad. So you want to be, obviously, the higher the better. Over 80, business paydex score, right? And then also when you're naming, I forgot to mention this. Avoid business names that are considered high risk. An example of that would be credit repair, real estate. You want to keep your names broad. So I like to use like enterprise or enterprises, or it can literally be anything. You just want to keep it broad. You don't want to do something with real estate. Trucking would be considered high risk. Credit repair, absolutely not, because you're gonna get denied. You're gonna get flat out denied, because that in the business world, to banks, that's considered high risk. So they want to lend to something that is considered high risk. They want to minimize the risk, and lend out to people who are not at high risk. Does that make sense? So these are kind of the steps. There's a whole bunch of other steps. If you guys want me to go through kind of like, provide you some vendor accounts, kind of what are the next steps, I can do like a series video. If you guys are more interested, just put in the comments, business credit, give this video a like. If you want me to go more in depth, I can go in more in depth. This is just an overall brief description of what you need to do in order to build your business credit without providing your Social Security, without doing like a personal guarantor. You need a business entity, LLC, preferably. Get your EIN, right? Set up your virtual address, business checking account, business email, business website, 800 number. Get that DUNS number as well. You want to list yourself. .net, list your business online. You want to have some sort of online presence. When you use on that application, when you apply, you want to have your all your ducks in a row when you get your accounts, when you get all these things ready, right? And then vendor accounts, net 30 accounts, and then I can get you some vendors. I can, if you guys are interested, I can provide you a list of vendors and things like that. I can kind of walk you through more in depth if you want. If you guys are interested, comment below, business credit. That's my time. My name's Toby Rosario. Peace.